It's 11 p.m. at night, and you're studying for the big exam tomorrow. You've neglected this all year round, and it finally dawned upon you 15 minutes ago that the consequences of failing are severe. You hurriedly rush to your desk and open up your laptop, trying to cram as much revision in your mind as possible. But something feels off. As you start doing some practice questions, you suddenly forget how trigonometry works. And so you go onto your phone for a quick reminder of SOHCAHTOA. You open up YouTube, which immediately goes to the shorts feed. What's this? Surely a couple more shorts couldn't hurt. It's 2 a.m. in the morning now, and after 3 hours of watching football highlights, rap music edits, and meme compilations, you finally come to your senses. What has become of me? What have I done? But it's too late now. Good luck for that test tomorrow. GCSEs aren't that deep anyways, right? Is it too late for you? Are you incapable of being saved? Do you need this Subway Surfers gameplay for every syllable that I utter? Well, too bad. Today, I'm going to be starting with a story first. I used to be that guy that would always, lose focus when it came to anything, be it studying, working out, reading. It got to the point that it started to negatively affect so many different parts of my life. My progress was hindered greatly in so many different aspects. Today, I'll be showing you the 3 ways I was able to overcome these challenges and reclaim my mind. Because, let's be honest, a lot of your mind isn't even your own these days. Most of your thoughts come from someplace else, which wouldn't be so bad if it didn't mean we would lose our ability, our precious human ability, to critically think. Your attention span is practically owned by your phone, and your focus is driven towards it every time you're bored, sad, or lonely. And that also means you feel not what you want to feel, but what they want you to feel. And so I'm going to be telling you 3 ways to fix these things. The first way I was able to improve my focus is to start reading more. You can read literally anything you want. Many people hear the phrase read more and instantly in their mind conjures the image of thick educational books that have no relevance whatsoever. Books on productivity or finance, things that they don't even have interest in. I mean, sure, if you're interested in organizational behavior, then you can read that. But many people like to read these thick fancy books just for show, and then they don't remember a word of what they read afterwards. And so most people would much rather some lighter material, like a Harry Potter book or some other simple fiction book. That's good, it's not broken. Which is absolutely fine, and is a much better alternative to entertaining yourself through the form of YouTube videos. Think of it this way: a chocolate bar and an apple both have the same amount of sugar, but one of them is clearly healthier than the other. Similarly, YouTube and a book both are able to provide the same amount of entertainment, but one is clearly better than the other. YouTube Shorts is the junk food of entertainment. Junk food is extremely addictive due to high levels of sodium, sugar, and fats, and this takes a hefty toll on your body. And in the same way, YouTube is extremely addictive due to the hyper-stimulating editing, fast-paced content, and catchy music, which takes a toll on the mind. What do you do if you're sick from eating too much junk food? You detox the body, eat some fruits and vegetables, and slowly you start feeling physically better. And so similarly, what would you do if your focus is damaged from consuming content all the time? You detox the mind. Relax it, not by watching videos, not by playing video games, but by reading books and abstaining from your phone. Reading books is like eating vegetables in a way. It feels bland and flavorless at first, because you're used to hyperstimulation of the senses, but slowly you get used to it. Your dopamine levels return to baseline, you begin to think clearer, all of that brain fog in your damaged mind is gone. Focus is returned, and you seem to fly through tasks with ease, just because you did the hard thing even when it felt boring and flavourless. The second thing I did to reclaim my mind is to start journaling. Just becoming conscious of your own thoughts reveals so much about yourself. Your mind is the most active organ in your body, constantly buzzing with new thoughts, new ideas, new dreams, new hopes. But we've become used to silencing our own thoughts, shutting them out, instead sedating ourselves with whatever we find most comfortable. And so we become used to put our mind to sleep, making it so that it is uncomfortable to face the very thoughts that make us, to face ourselves. Because as soon as our brain starts telling us, we become uncomfortable, because now we have to deal with that, which is hard. But what does your brain learn to do when things get hard? Return to that place of comfort, where you don't have to think, and you can be entertained 24/7 with no consequences, as long as you don't turn it off. But when you start journaling, you become conscious again. You start waking up, hearing your inner voice clearly for the first time. And it might feel uncomfortable, but it feels you, like you have so much more to live for. And again, you start clearing your mind of that mental fog that was obscuring your thoughts, and you can concentrate again. The third and final tip that could really help with concentration is meditation. Now, most people think of meditation as this very long, very difficult, and very boring penance-like activity. It's really difficult to start out as a beginner. There's people saying, I could never meditate, I don't have the concentration for that. That's the whole point. You meditate to improve concentration. It's actually shockingly simple. Start off in a quiet room with no distractions and focus on something. A lot of the times, people get disheartened very quickly because they find out they keep on having these random thoughts in the middle of nowhere. But that's a good sign. That's normal, that's healthy, and that indicates that you're still human with the capacity of thought. I would be more worried if my mind was completely silent right off the get-go. You might feel thoughts coming through, but do not resist them or try to get them out of your head. Just let them pass through. Observe them, but do not linger on them. Just look at them from afar, like birds coming in view from one side and then flying out into the horizon. Trust me, this works tremendously. Start light first, a minute or two if you can, and if you're doing it properly and it is working, you should naturally feel an inclination to increase this meditation time. Of course, only do this when you're free and have the time to do so. The last thing we want is for you to procrastinate on something because you've suddenly felt this urge to meditate like crazy. And after time and effort, you'll find yourself not only able to concentrate better, thus increasing your mental capacity, productivity, and intelligence, but you'll also find inner peace. I hope that you really implement all 3 tips that I've given today. And if you have found this video useful, helpful, entertaining even, then consider subscribing. Subscribing is free and it helps out.